this is a very personal experience I have also gone through. I was fat. Sorry means not much. This movie was nothing. Working with Jackie Dada was like a dream of mine. And I'm very critical about myself because like YouTube comments somehow are brutal. Like
Yes.
Brutal. I respect the man so much as a filmmaker. हार्दिक सर ये इतना झगड़ती क्यों है? मतलब मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है.
They say कि प्यार में communication is the key. अनुवाल यही बात को साबित करने Z5 पे अतिथि भूतो भवा करके एक नई मूवी बहुत जल्द रिलीज होगी, जहां पे आप देखेंगे प्रतीक, जैकी श्रॉफ and none other than Sharmin Segal को. Well, today only on TellyChakkar, exclusively with me, Vishakha Pandit, I have Sharmin, who'll be talking about her journey, about her takeaways and what really matters to her in love, and a lot more insights about her choices and a lot more fun and masti. तो आइए बुलाते हैं शर्मिन को और जानते हैं what all has she got to share with us only on TellyChakkar.
Well, Sharmin, I would say firstly a warm welcome on TellyChakkar, and I would say you are quite excited. I can see it on your face. I'm sure the fans are excited. Let's begin off with a small brief about the fact कि character क्या है, what is the story behind, and a little brief about the same.
So, like today at this point in our lives, I feel like all of us, I think the concept of relationships has evolved over the last couple of years, especially because of like social media and stuff. I feel like it's just all become very fast, very instant. And like you send one message and the person understands this is what this message means, and then your day goes on. In the past, I feel like people took more time to have conversations about things and explain things to people more because they had to do it face to face verbally. You couldn't just drop a text to somebody or like DM somebody. So I feel like that's what basically like enticed me with this film. It just explained to me something that I have honestly thought about quite a bit in my life. It's how relationships have evolved.
In that case, because as you're talking, it seems as if in your heart you are somewhere down the lane a very old school romance kind of a believer. And is that true if I'm correct or not? Just tell me that first. It is. So what has been the language of love for you while you were growing up? Maybe were you like those love letter category ones or were you which category one?
I was real, like I'm not body shaming here. This is a very personal experience I have also gone through. I was fat.
Oh.
Boys do not look at girls who are not physically like, it becomes difficult. And especially when you're a teenager and you're going through all these like hormonal changes and like emotional understanding of yourself, then to get objectified like that, it really takes a toll on what your perception of love is. Like what warrants somebody's love. Today when I look at myself, I'm like, shit, I'm still the same person. So the people that cared about me then and care about me right now, those are the people that I love and value the most in my life.
Well, it is said in a very cliche word, I don't believe in it, but then it is said that लड़कियों को sorry बोलना पसंद नहीं है. Like we women do not like apologizing. We wait for the time when the guy would apologize and we'll be like, oh, thanks for apologizing, kind of those lines. So what is your take? Do you accept where you're wrong or do you like, oh no, I'm never wrong kind of category?
The complete opposite. I say sorry like this, but I have a t-shirt that I recently bought. It says, I am not arguing. I am just explaining why I am right. Sorry means not much. It's an expression that you feel bad. But that sorry means nothing if it's not backed up with actions.
In that case, seeing how abhi to chahe hum log virtual hain, but then the shoot wasn't virtual. It was actually there, and then you met all the actors. You had to, get to know them, have that bonding exercise. How was it being on the sets? Was it something that you got to learn, something hatke from what you have actually started learning that way around?
Fully. So basically my entire work life in this industry has seen so many different ways of working. I was an AD on Marycom. I was an AD on Bajirao Mastani. Then after that I did Malal. Then I did this movie, and this movie was nothing like what I've done in the past before. Absolutely. We shot this movie in 25 days. Then shooting with Jackie Dada and Pratik was just outstanding. Like it was working with Jackie Dada was like a dream of mine. The man is like legend, and he's like a teddy bear. Like I look at him and say, Dada, those pants are really, really nice, and they were really cool pants. Like corduroy bell-bottom pants he came one day wearing to set, olive green color, and I was like, wow, what pants. And then literally 1 week later, I'm not even shooting with him at this point, he sent
and he got you one? I can totally expect that out of him now.
Yes, just and then he looked at me and said, "मैं तुम्हें पौधा दूंगा, मैं पौधा दे रहा हूँ तुम्हें," because he also loves plants.
But then, as you just say about working with Jackie Dada and then working with Prateek, and then there is you, who has been an AD on the known films and has done Malal. But then for you, your acting journey is just begun. So was it like that you were treated like the child and the baby on the sets, or were they just trying to give you all the possible tips? Koi tips वगैरह did you get it from Prateek or Jackie Dada?
I mean, not specifically, not tips, but when I was having like a difficult time with some dialogues or with like the flow of a scene, Prateek actively took an initiative from his character perspective. Like if we were shooting montage cuts and I was getting stuck, like I wasn't being able to open up, which it's my second film. There were points where it happened, there were points where it didn't happen. And like I'm very honest about that because like I haven't had that much active acting experience.
But then, I'm very keen to know, because as you've been a part of that side of the industry, because you've been like, back end ka apne kaam dekha hai, you've been a part of it. And now when you're acting, so I'm very curious to know that most of the actors say that unke liye box office numbers ka itna farak nahi padta. They just focus on what they are giving out there. You as an actress, because it's your second project as an actress, aapke liye box office numbers and wo screen timing or wo sab, does it matter too much to you, or just the work that you're giving out there matters to you the most? What is it like?
Honestly, I feel like today, while we're having this conversation, the concept of cinemas is changing. Not cinema halls, theaters is changing. Like I genuinely believe that we're at a place where, because the approach to cinema halls is changing, the content that goes into those cinema halls is changing. And OTT has become this new like eye-opening thing where I can sit in my room and eat one whole pizza on my own and watch a love story movie. Like that is a whole different horizon that has like opened up for us. But box office numbers per se, I feel like if I feel like I come from none of my parents are actors, or no one in my family is an actor other than my dadi, and I've she passed away when I was like 4, so I never met her. But I come from a very producer-ish, director-ish kind of background. And for me, money is it allows you to express your creativity the way you want to.
But then seeing how, I would say that how you yourself have been on that side of the lane, while you were shooting for maybe this or maybe Malal, did ऐसा कभी situation आया when that AD side of yours came forward and like, no, ये ऐसा कर सकते हैं, ये कुछ ऐसा कर सकते हैं?
It came. I have friends who are ADs. Okay, some of my best friends I made in my life during Bajirao Mastani while I was working. So they have come up to me and said, "Hello, you are an actor. Please stop being an AD. Please, we can't take it, and you are not noticing it right now, but it's affecting your performance."
Are you very critical of your own work? Do you like watching yourself, or you're like, okay, don't show me the screen, or maybe I don't want to watch myself later on?
I blush a lot. So when I'm watching a shot, like if there's one shot that they've taken, I'm very critical about myself. And I think I get that from Sanjay sir. Like it's just a school of teaching. It's if you cannot question yourself, then how are you going to grow? So I'm very critical about my work. So,
but does that affect your work? The audience reaction, but does that affect your work?
Of course it does. I've had days where I've just sat in the bathroom after Malal, like reading YouTube comments and like being happy or crying, because like YouTube comments somehow are brutal. Like brutal. And I'm like, it's okay. Everybody has a right to their opinion. You have to keep reassuring yourself of that.
But then who is that one person in your life, Joki, maybe, apart from you, who's very critical of your work and would never give you, would give you an unfiltered, a very unbiased criticism about what project you're choosing or how you're doing?
Very hard one, because it's Sanjay sir. And for me, I respect the man so much as a filmmaker that my whole world shakes when he criticizes me or praises me. That's one criticism that I really take.
Sure, the fans are gonna love, according to how you're actually talking about the character and the whole journey. I'm sure जैसा आपका खुद का एक takeaway रहा होगा, and maybe you would have your favorite scenes. उनके भी कुछ personal favorite scenes होने वाले हैं. But then is there some favorite scene that you have?
That I have? So I generally, my character, when I read the script for the first time, I was like, हार्दिक सर ये इतना झगड़ती क्यों है? मतलब मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. लोग कैसे पसंद आएगा कि हीरोइन हर 5 मिनट झगड़ रही है. So for me, the fighting scenes actually have come out the best in my opinion. So please watch Atithi Bhooto Bhava on the 23rd of September on Z5.
Thank you so much.
Well, that was Sharmin Segal, जो कि बहुत excited है 23rd of September को, क्योंकि उस दिन उनकी मूवी रिलीज होने वाली है. Well, you to tell us in the comment sections below कि आज की हमारी ये fun candid conversation आपको कैसे लगी. तब तक ले, this is me, Vishakha Pandit, signing off for now. Stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe.
Know all about the Telly world by subscribing to TellyChakkar's YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated to our new videos.